Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Dokkan Battle video, and I'm going to bring you another upcoming global banner unit, and both of them, the banner unit and also the Dokkan Fest unit. So I know not a lot of people are going to pull for this guy, most likely, but I'm still going to review it. I'm going to review every single unit that comes up to global. So we have Join Forces or Target Goku Leader Skill, which is okay. The Target Goku and androids is fine because there's a lot of extreme androids who will have these too, so you'll be able to get 200% lead for most of those characters. Though at the same time, Cell, the AGL Cell kind of had that down already, but you can use these guys instead if you'd like. So key +2, attack +100, attack and defense 100%, and then additional key +70 attack and defense, and all allies attacking the same turn are extreme class. So you can't run this guy with the Gammas unless you want to run them on a different rotation. But it'd be kind of awkward because you want to run two of these. So that kind of makes it so I believe this is pretty much malicious, so that they won't let you run the Gammas with these guys. When performing a super attack, you get 70% attack and defense. Not too bad. Allows additional attack that has a medium chance. That's not that great, but it's okay. And then launch an additional super attack when there's a super class enemy. That's not going to happen very often. And then chance of performing a critical hit and chance of performing evade attacks. Okay. The active skill could be activated when HP is 70% or less during a 5th turn. It's a long time, but once only. Then they fuse. So we'll be looking at that shortly. And he raises attack permanently. He stacks attack, and you can raise defense for 1 turn. Okay, so then we have their fusion state, which is this. P +3 and attacking defense 170%, plus an additional attack 170% when performing a super attack. That's pretty strong. And considering the fact that you're going to be stacking attack in his base form, that's actually, he's going to be hitting very hard with this, and we already know that he can hit really hard. The problem with this guy, and a lot of people already know, there's a lot of things in here that make him not so good to even get to this transformation. So reduces damage by 34% for 4 turns, and for 4 turns start of battle, plus an additional damage reduction of 17%. Launch an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack after receiving an attack. Okay. Plus an additional 17% defense with each attack received up to 170%. Okay, but like this guy doesn't have any guard, so he's gonna be getting hit pretty hard. Even if he has 34% damage reduction for 4 turns, it's still, he's gonna be hitting. If he takes a super that's not Ki Blast super, he might actually die still. Medium chance of performing a critical attack when there's a super class enemy, probably not gonna happen very often. And this, why does it have to be 70% HP or less? Why couldn't it have just been at any point? Why just imagine if this is just this and none of the rest of that. This guy would be a lot better. It wouldn't be great, but it would be a lot better than where he's at currently. And then this is the worst part. Force sees enemy super attack when HP is under 34% or less. Not good at all. He loses the stacking in his transformation state, but that's okay because you've stacked enough attack for a certain point. So there's that. And so I'm not gonna go out of limb and say that this guy is this year's Raditz, because he's a little bit better than Raditz, but he's still really wonky. And I guess they just want Super 17 units to be wonky. The LR one is super wonky. This one is super wonky. The only good one that they ever made was when they got Easy Aid. The Easy Aid AGL one, which is still kind of in use every now and then, even today. But this guy, I love Super 17. He's one of my favorite characters in GT. And I hate that they make him so bad all the time. Speaking of the AGL one, there he is. So let's talk about link partners in the base form. You don't have a lot of choices here. You're not going to be running almost any of these. You might run the LR, I guess. You will run the int 19 or 20. Hopefully, Android 13 gets an easy A at some point. You're not running Shenrons. I don't even know why they link that well together, but you're not going to be running them. And you could run the tech androids, of course. Of course, you'll run the other banner unit most likely, even though they're not. Well, let's look at them in a short minute here, but so they don't link really well with a lot of characters. I'm gonna give them like a 6 out of 10, and that's painful because they're not Raditz level, but it's like they're almost there. It's like they're almost at Raditz level of not wanting to pull. So, yikes. Anyways, let's look at this banner unit here. Don't care about the leader skill. Attacking defense under 50%. Another attacking defense on 100% when forming a super attack. That's pretty decent for a banner unit. And then target Goku category allies only key +1, not key +2, but you did get attacking defense 30%, which is pretty good. Plus an additional key +1 and the attacking defense for target Goku allies for 2 turns with 3 or more key spheres obtained. That's possible. That's definitely possible. So actually, you are getting key +2 for target Goku allies if you get 3 or more key spheres obtained, which is going to be more than possible, I would say. And then this is never going to happen. So the only way you can guard is if you are facing a Goku. It's terrible. So this part's okay, but this is so restrictive that it's like, why even bother? I'm not gonna bother talking about should you like pull for this guy. No, you should not. It's like these are like a 5 out of 10 at best, and only because this is pretty easy to obtain. This is pretty easy to fulfill. This is not. Why couldn't they have just guarded all attacks without any of those restrictions? Whatever. Anyways, obviously, I think at this point you understand that you probably shouldn't pull in this banner. As much as I love Super 17, I may buy tickets and just pull that way, not spend any stones because I don't want to spend any stones. If I can get one of him from the tickets, that'd be great, and then I'll just move on. Get one of him at 55%, move on. Just to have him, I guess. Maybe tweak around with the leader skill, but I wish that, I don't know. I wish on this game, I wish they would buff characters coming to global that, you know, are perceived to be not very good, but they don't buff any characters at all. So the biggest change they would have gotten is that removing that 4C super attacks under 34% HP. Just remove the HP requirements. If you remove a lot of the HP requirements and a lot of these abilities, besides I guess the transformation, this character becomes a lot better, and arguably it might even be like a top 20 TUR, because there's a lot of TURs in the game at this point. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you did pull or not going to pull, saving for anniversary, whatever have you may be with your stones. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.